Hey, everybody. I wanted to come to you today on my quest to share the idea of success God's way with a bucket list aftermath. So, we go through life and we make these bucket lists and they change over time, right? Sometimes our bucket list are things that we would in business or as entrepreneurs or network marketing call our why. And this year I set some bucket list goals to see some very specific people speak. And I'm super excited. I'll give a super shout out to Robin Marshall, whom I will tag on this, who's going to be hosting a Live to Lead replay in a couple of weeks, January 18th in Huntingtown. And one of that John Maxwell is part of that. So John Maxwell is someone that I've been wanting to see speak. And hey, Norma and Katya, so good to see you guys. And I put that on my list, and then she's doing this Live to Lead replay. So, like, how cool is that? Hey, Jill, good to see you. So in this quest to share with you all success God's way from the video that I did the other day in this calling that I have, and also to coach women through building a business that is Christ-centered, I got to check off a bucket list today and see Bishop T.D. Jakes. What? So my friend Jessica Davis, who is a member of First Baptist Church of Glenarden, invited me to come today. Her church does an annual 3-day revival, and T.D. Jakes speaks. And then on Saturday morning, he does a topic on leadership. And so she had no idea that was on my bucket list, but it was, and I got to see him. And I'm going to post a picture about it later. But, I went in praying expectantly over what I felt or hoped that God would reveal to me as Bishop Jakes was speaking. And so I just wanted to come on here super quick because we are headed out tomorrow for family adventure in Cancun, and I wanted to share 2 quick tidbits with you. Number 1 is when you have a bucket list, sometimes we sort of overestimate what that means in our life and the impact that it's going to have on us. And so I want to encourage you as you go into 2019, whatever those bucket list things are, or those things that are on your vision board, or however you do that, is just to really get intentional in praying over what can come from that, and that God would use you and use that venue or that opportunity to speak to you, whatever that looks like. And when I say get intentional, I don't mean on your intention. I mean on what His intention is for us, because so often we want it our way and we want to prescribe it for Him. And very often I think as I'm prescribing what I think success should look like in my life, hence why I've created the Success God's Way community, I feel like God is like, hello, I already have this planned out and you're trying to tell me how you want it to look. So I just want to caution you to not make it about what you want it to look like, but just to be fully open to what that experience will bring you and what God's intention is in that experience. And then the second thing is a super little tidbit, because I'm going to do a follow-up on this, and that is, very often the challenges that we have as we look at our life are because we see it through our eyesight and not God's insight. I'm going to let you marinate on that one a little bit, but as soon as Bishop Jakes dropped that, I was like, oh my gosh. I immediately got chills. I was tearing up, and I turned to my friend Jessica and I said, that's my word for 2019, insight. Insight. Because we go through life with our eyesight. We want it to look this way, or it needs to look that way, or success is only defined by a title or a promotion or a dollar figure in our bank account or whatever. And that's eyesight. And by the way, when I say eyesight, I don't mean E-Y-E. I mean the letter I, sight, because it's all about ourselves, right? Versus insight. Insight. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be going live when I get back from Cancun. I'm going to do a live every day and drop some inspiration in your spirit. But I'm going to be doing a live on eyesight versus insight when I get back, because there were so many nuggets that I know that you guys can benefit from. And hey, if that's not your thing, that's not your gig, hearing about, success God's way, that's okay. But maybe you know someone. So I just want you to think about those two things, being open to whatever those bucket lists or those vision board things could look like, and not prescribing exactly what you want it to look like, because God may have a huge, bigger plan for that. And then the second thing is, are you looking at life through your eyesight or through God's insight and what's inside of you that he's put in you? I think that'll let you that'll give you something to marinate on for a few days. So listen, if any of this resonated with you, give me a thumbs up below. Feel free to share it, or hop on over to my community, Success God's Way, if you want to be part of that community where I'm just dropping great inspiration and information. And if you know anybody that could benefit from coaching around this, maybe they're stuck, maybe they've thought that they hit a level in their business, or they've fallen backwards, or they just want to get back to rediscovering what it means to build a business that honors God and serves his people, I'd love to help them with that. So have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and tomorrow you'll be seeing me go live from the beach in Cancun, my friends. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.